What the hell going on? What the hell going on, good people? Hope y'all having a good day, blessed day. You know, all that good shit. Hope you pushing to strive to be the best you could be in 2024. Cause 2024, we gotta get that motherfucking bag. But anyway, I've been hearing about Monique and D.L.Hughley. I don't know. I don't know. You know what the fuck going on. I really don't know because I haven't been keeping up with it. I seen Monique on Club Shay Shay, and of course, you know, ever since Cat Williams went on that air, now everybody want to go on there. And now they want to talk that real shit. Whatever in that bottle, I want some. Whatever I want some of that bottle. Whatever he got in that bottle, somebody shit that shit was sold out last time. So, man, anyway, we're gonna hop to the video and shout out to Chronicle Speaks for the video. So let's hop to the video and see what the hell going on. What the hell going on? What the fuck going on?
These two have had a beef that has gone on a few years. It's been
Oh.
jabs at the spouses.
I ain't know nothing about
kids,
that one.
even
Damn.
the dog got it.
Down to the sheepdog.
So Monique recently appeared on.
Damn, they've been beefing for years. What the fuck they beefing about? I remember last time, I remember about Monique, she was talking about Tyler Perry and Oprah Winfrey, and she was going off about Netflix and shit. So that was about the last time I really heard from her. I don't know what the fuck going on. So, damn, talking about the dog and the cats and the husbands and wives and fat shaming and shit.
Shannon Sharp, and it's something about either that chair or the liquor that will activate you.
That's
Because
what I
as soon as
need.
that truth serum kicks in, baby, it hits you like bam. Monique sat
That's what
down
I
and vented
need.
her grievances about Oprah Winfrey, Tyler Perry, Kevin Hart, Tiffany Haddish, and it wouldn't be a show unless she went in on the one man that she's had issues with over the years, and that's fellow comedian D.L.Hughley. And when D.L.
What
heard
D.L.
what she
do?
had to say, he went off. We are going to break this story down
What
and
D.L.
so much
who?
more, but before we do, please be sure to subscribe
Yo,
to this
you know
channel.
what's
And
crazy?
it's been a place where
They said Kevin Hart is only for Kevin Hart. That's what I've been hearing. Kevin Hart is only for Kevin Hart. He ain't for nobody else. If he feel like you goddamn, well, that's I don't know. That's Kevin Hart have to come over here and say his piece. That'll be the only way a nigga can put two and two together. Cause people talking about him, we don't know. So the only way they hopefully these niggas be lying. So you'll never know.
celebrities have felt comfortable sitting down, having a safe place to vent while we all get to sit sideline and watch it all go down. The latest to appear on the podcast is Monique. And baby, when I say she broke it down like a shotgun, sis broke it down. She spoke about Tyler Perry, Oprah Winfrey, the things that are going on between Taraji and Oprah. We've all been privy to all of these stories, but many of you may not know her issue that she has with D.L. Hughley.
I don't
So it
know.
all started a few years back. Monique appeared on D.L. Hughley's radio show, and that particular day he was not there. While on air, his co-host asked Monique if she would like to play a game. Monique was like, sure, I like playing games. What's up? The game was called Would You Rather. And in that game, they asked her the following.
You already knowing once you play that shit, they finna ask some shit to piss you off. That why I don't like playing games. I don't even like games. Well, PlayStation shit, but like card game shit, I hate the motherfucker. Motherfucker be asking you some crazy questions to piss you off. Especially on the radio. I just know for a fact they asked her a crazy question. And she probably gave him a crazy answer, and that's where it probably started at. I just know it is.
Question. Monique, would you rather your husband have
Oh, see what I mean? That's crazy. Why would you even ask that? Why would you ask that? Why would you ask that woman about her goddamn husband? That's crazy. I mean, it ain't D.L. Hughley's fault, but goddamn. Why would you ask? As soon as you start the sentence off like that, you know it's some bullshit. As soon as you start the sentence off, I just knew it was some bullshit. And I know as soon as they said, would you rather your husband? I know she was pissed already. Because look at this shit. I know it's gonna be some bullshit.
sex with Lee Daniels or unprotected sex with Superhead?
Now, as y'all are watching right now who haven't heard this story, y'all going, they doing the same thing in the studio. They going, okay. That is exactly what
That's
happened.
crazy.
It was like, what kind of game is this?
Exactly.
I called D.L. Hughley on the phone. I say, hey, baby, yeah.
I would have said, what the hell going on? I would have said, what the fuck are we talking about, right? Why would you even ask me that? Why would you even ask that? You know it's going to piss me off. That's crazy. Niggas be, I see what they be talking about. Niggas will be wanting clicks. It ain't even that serious. We ask somebody some shit like that.
Huh?
That's how he responds. Yeah.
Did he know it was you?
Yes, because they called him to let him know Monique's gonna be calling.
Right.
Like this, it was getting crazy.
Right.
I'm like, just let me get on the phone with my brother, right?
Yeah.
Hey,
I definitely knew he was in that bottle.
hey, DL, yeah. I said, listen, I just got off the phone with your team, and they wanted to play this game, Would You Rather? And it was like stupid. Like asking me about my husband and Lee Daniels and Corinne Steffens, and his exact words, well, that's how we do it. I said, DL, how does that uplift our community? And again, I don't know what y'all trying to insinuate, but brother, what you doing? Like I said, that's just how we do it. So it is what it is.
So Monique was like,
It
look,
is
I'm
what
about to
it
call my
is.
attorney. I need y'all to scrap this. And
That's
DL was
crazy.
like, all right, it's scrapped. And they really didn't hear too much from each other after that. That was up until they were supposed to have a show together in LA. And DL was like, nah, I'm not going to it because she's too problematic. Well, time goes on and DL says people change. Let me go ahead and give her another chance. So they have a show scheduled together at the acclaimed Fox Theater in Detroit. I'm going to play one of my previous videos to catch you all up, and I'll be right back. This Monique and D.L.Hughley saga seems to not be ending anytime soon. As you know, both comedians believe that they were to headline at the
So they
Fox
never
Theater
put the video
Detroit
out?
this past week.
So they never put the video out. So if they never put the video out, I mean, he didn't do a show, then he said he gonna do a show, and she's still talking about it. Hey, you should have known when she said something about her husband that shit was gonna go down left.
Weekend, but when Monique got there, she realized that her contract had been breached and she was no longer the headliner. She decided to go on with the show but speak about what happened during her set. DL followed behind her as the headliner and said he pretty much had to put out the fire and entertain a crowd with a burnt stage that she had left.
Contract said the headliner, but a nigga named D.L.Hughley turned into a bitch and said I won't perform if she does that.
Damn.
Go
Damn.
out if she does that. Nigga, you open for the kings of comedy. I close for the queens of comedy, nigga.
Damn.
And you think that I don't have a dick, that ain't my position, nigga.
No, she going in.
So when I leave this motherfucker, the headliner has left. I don't fuck with nobody. I don't fuck with no motherfucking body. But when you cross the line with me, nigga, you have crossed the motherfucking line. And that bitch nigga has crossed the motherfucking line.
Monique said it was all a lie, and we all know Monique is not afraid of calling folks out.
I'm telling you.
Hughley took to his Instagram and posted a picture of Monique's character in the movie Precious, and he said all you have to do is check the order of names on the ticket stub from last night, and you'll see who's confused. Against my better judgment, over the objections of my team and 4 other occasions where I said no, I decided to take a chance and work with Monique. Oprah was a problem. Tyler Perry was a problem. Charlamagne was a problem. Steve Harvey was a problem. Lee Daniels was the problem. Netflix was the problem. Now it's my turn. At some point, it can't be everyone else. It's you. Lesson learned. I didn't have anything against Monique. People pay a lot of money to laugh, not to hear about your contract. Apparently, the role you played in Precious turned out to be an autobiography. I wonder who's next. Daryl Lynn Hughley. And the reason why he said his whole name is because she said, I wonder what the DL stands for, insinuating he might possibly be a down low brother. Now then she responds to this and she says, the fact that you point the people to the ticket stubs for the order of names versus to your contract implies that you don't have a contract that shows that you're the headliner like I do. Either show your contract or shut up. Stop messing with people who have never messed with you and considered you a comrade in comedy. But I thank you, DL, because you're the reason why I fight for my people like I do. Anytime you open for the Kings of Comedy and I was the headliner for the Queens of Comedy and you think you should close the show over me is an example of the bias that black women have to deal with in the business. I won't even discuss the award. And then still, instead of posting his contract like Monique said, DL posts all of these other things showing where he thinks he's the headliner. And he says, answer me this. When have you ever seen the headliner and mentioned last? The confusion is with whoever gassed her up on premium octane. Now back to this stogie and bourbon. Y'all ain't effing up my Sunday. Hashtag Team DL. Hashtag talk to your people. Monique said, if you're doing
So it sounds like a miscommunication. That's what it sounds like. Talk to your team instead of talk to, why they not talking to each other to get the understanding? Why ain't nobody talking to each other to get where everything gone wrong. Cause I'm quite sure DL don't handle none of that shit. Why they just won't talk to each other to get an understanding of what the hell going on? Cause all this read this bullshit, just talk. All thing you gotta do is talk. Talking to me so much easier. It's so much easier. I know it's hard, but it's so much easier.
Doing things legally, then show your contract, not posters, not ticket stubs. Your contract, sir.
Like all this
So,
shit is
that
uncalled
no
for.
different than Tyler, Oprah, Steve. I still love you, brother, but I have to love our community and myself enough.
Like what did everybody else have to do with it? This is between y'all. People. I don't know. I feel like they if they just talk, it'll all the miscommunication and all the missed pieces will probably come together. If your team doing it, there's a miscommunication somewhere. You let your team, I guess, pick where people go instead of you picking when everybody go. Everybody want to go last. Does it really matter where you go? I guess it do in comedy. I'm not a comic. I don't fucking know. But does it really matter if you funny? You funny. If you funny, you funny.
Enough to tell the truth. Also, anyone who comes on stage slurring because they may have had too much alcohol to drink and need a support dog like yourself is a person that has the type of concerns that should keep them from talking negatively about anyone, because you know the issues that you're dealing with in order to need a support dog. So I will roast your ass on stage, but I'm going to love you in life as I'm fighting for you too, despite the disrespect you frequently show your own people. But when you're allies with people who put money over integrity, then that says everything. In the words of Spike Lee, wake up. DL showed a deal memo showing that he was the headliner, but according to Monique, that's not valid without signatures. She showed a contract, but DL said that that's not valid because it's from her company. But legal analysts have said that this is quite the norm for the industry and is valid because it does have the signatures or initials from Monique and the promoter. So again, there was a lot of back and forth going on between the two, but the common denominator in it all, in my opinion, seems to be the promoter. And we have not heard anything from the promoter saying exactly what happened.
Oh,
Through the
shit.
years,
You ain't gonna hear shit from that nigga.
speak
A
ill of me.
woman.
Through the years, I never knew D.L.Hughley had a problem with me. But when Cass said they all a group, he forgot to put D.L.Hughley in the group. Through the years, I was bitter. I was dangerous with what I was doing, saying that it was inequality. My husband didn't know what he was doing. This went on through the years. I was unloved, all of these things. And I said to myself, I'ma see you. I'ma see you. I didn't go on nobody's show. I didn't say nothing to nobody, but I knew the time would come that I would see him. We were scheduled to do a show in Los Angeles. I was the headliner of that show. His name was on it, then his name came off. I didn't question it, but I knew I'ma see him, right?
Eventually.
Okay, now we have a show in Detroit. Contractually, I was the headliner. D.L. Hughley posted a memo. Now, when you signed your deal for the Ravens, did you sign a contract or a memorandum?
I signed the contract.
You see how you say that? Like anybody that knows good business, you sign.
contract?
The memo is saying this is what I would like,
Right.
but the contract is saying this is what it
is.
is. Okay?
Yes.
He put out a memo to our community, and that touched me a little different because I was saying, why would you lie to our babies? Because now they're thinking if they send somebody a memo, that's what they're supposed to get. Okay? I was contractually signed to go as the headliner.
Right. I mean, you go last.
D.L. Hughley didn't come into the building until 9:30. Now, contractually, I said I have to be on stage by 9:30 because if the show starts at 8, I refuse to keep an audience waiting.
Right.
That is disrespectful to the audience.
Correct.
When I went out on that stage, Shannon, I made sure everything I said, he heard me. Because now you're here and I'm going to say it to you. And I said some things on that stage.
Was she drinking alcohol?
I said he was cowardly. And some folks said, how could you say that? How could you do that? And then I posted some things to say, this is what I meant. See, you came after my husband. And when you had a chance to fix it,
He
when you
didn't.
had a chance to say, Mo, my bad, you know, we don't even get down like that.
Right.
You told me it is what it is. And until he's brave enough and courageous enough to say, this is what really happened, y'all. Y'all have never known me to be no shit starter. Folks ain't never known me to go over and kick a sandwich out of somebody's hand that's hungry. But what people do know is, if you kick me, damn if I ain't gonna kick you back.
Right.
Because that's fair play.
Right.
So there was one left out the pack. And when you have people that continually don't take accountability, that's why you see us in the state of affairs we're in.
Well, Club Shay Shay is getting messier and messier. It's almost like Wendy Williams didn't go anywhere. She just got a weight set. So Monique,
Damn, this is
every time I see
crazy.
Monique these days, she's on doing some greasy ass video with her and her daddy complaining about something or working out. I don't know nobody that work out that much and gain weight unless every crunch you do has got Captain in front of it. But apparently she goes.
So he went at her weight. God damn. Why he just didn't goddamn? Why I don't understand. Why he just didn't? I don't know. Call her or call her husband and say, hey, this what's going on. This what happened. The promoter, since they said ain't nobody heard from the promoter, just talk to the promoter. The promoter need to come out and say, hey, this what happened. Ain't nobody said shit but these two. People go on Club Shay Shay now. That shit's like an open space to talk. You just tell every goddamn thing. Damn, this is crazy. This they had a beef over some years. What you eating?
Goes on Club Shay Shay and tells the story about how she came on my radio show and I wasn't there at the time. And my co-host Jasmine Sanders played a game that we played all the time with everybody called Would You Rather.
But
She
the question
apparently
was
so
crazy.
offended by that she said she got off. She called me. Monique did, and she said I was very dismissive, like, Monique's a liar. When Monique did call me, I heard her complaints. I listened to her, and I pulled the segment. So if I had been as dismissive as she alleges I was, that segment would have aired. It didn't, because I respected her wishes. She's a liar. It also befuddles the shit out of me how somebody who, as a comedian, talks as much shit about everybody else as she does. She has the temerity to be offended about anything, as much shit as you say about people. Then she encouraged everybody, allegedly it stems from the fact that I used to always talk shit about her on video after video, and she encouraged her sweet babies to look at the video and find them. Do that. Do exactly what she says. And you know what you're not going to find? You're not going to find any evidence of that, because Monique is a fucking liar.
The only way
God damn.
that you get people to hear you is if they're tuned into your frequency. Like, they have to be tuned into your frequency. And I think one of the things that happens is there's so many bombastic things. No matter what your attitude is, I'm not going to hear what you're saying if your energy's kind of weird like that. Like, you say things about Whoopi and then you're calm. You get into it with Steve and then you're calm. You got into it with Lee Dad.
So did she really have a problem? Everybody was doing it wrong. I don't fucking know. Ain't nobody really said nothing, so I don't fucking know. Cause I remember she did have a problem with everybody, but ain't nobody said nothing but her that I know of. So what the fuck? I'm shaking right here. Hey, stop. So, I mean, they beef just seemed to be going off. Hey, you stretching all on my table, man? What you doing? No. Okay, you sorry. Thank you. Okay, stop. You're scratching. No, stop it. You're scratching me. I just tell you stop, and you're gonna keep doing it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Stop being bad. Stop. Why you gonna keep putting your hands on my table? It's crazy. Stop. Why you keep putting your hand? My dog is so bad. I'm sorry. My dog is bad. Don't put your hands on my table. Keep your paws off my table. Stop it. You go into your cage. You put your paws on my table again. Anyway. I don't know. Just it seemed like she did have a problem with everybody, and I haven't heard anybody respond.
And then you're calm. And there is, I think, a price to pay in terms of people's perceptions of you when it's been that phonetic. What I think, if you lead a movement, it can't be for your benefit or solely for your benefit. Let's do this for that. Listen, somebody giving you that much money, whether you think that's a lot comparatively or not, that's more than most people make in their life. Listen, nobody makes $500,000 for an hour's work. Nobody. Not Kobe Bryant. Nobody does that for. And so what you're asking people to do, some people are trying to figure out how to keep the $7 to keep Netflix on. So to me, if you're going to strike out for a cause, there has to be a reciprocal value for everybody. There has to be something in it for them, and not primarily in it for you. So that was my problem.
She's lying about that. But what you will find.
So he was talking about her
talking
then.
shit about some alleged contract dispute we had. Look at the ticket. It says D.L.Hughley, then Monique. She knows the story. But what she did in response to that, she talked about my dog, my wife. This broad even brought out my daughter's personal trauma. My daughter was molested, and Monique brought that shit out and told the world that I allowed my daughter to be raped in front of me. The lying motherfucker.
When you start addressing the character
Damn.
of the man,
That's fucked up. That's her
when
husband?
you really look into what is happening, When a man says, I was not strong enough to defend my daughter against a really, really good friend of mine because I didn't want to jeopardize the friendship. Though he apologized, you have to ask yourself, what kind of demons is that man dealing with that he couldn't stand up to the predator?
I don't know what the fuck they talk about. Oh, shit, okay.
Of his child. But that same man goes on his radio show and talks about people as if he was sitting in the meetings, as if he was making their life decisions, as if his opinion mattered in their choices.
All this shit is like he
So
say,
when
she
I
say at this
say,
point.
Listen, y'all, it was important for me to make that post because there are so many little girls out there with daddies like DL.
She knows she was lying. And it only stopped when everybody from my family checked her. It's interesting. You know what else you won't see Monique doing? You won't ever see her with her family, videos with her children or grandchildren, because nobody fucks with me. How do you have sweet babies when your own babies don't fuck with you? How do you love us for real when there's no evidence of anybody loving you for real, except your daddy, who you apparently have to pay? And FYI, daughters are paid for by daddies, not daddies who get paid by their daughters. You know what else you won't see Monique doing? Telling jokes. Monique, if she'd have spent as much time actually writing jokes and writing her,
So they just talking shit by each other this whole time. That's it.
It wouldn't have been trash. It got the worst reviews of any Netflix special in history, because that's what Monique does. She complains and she has grievances. You never see her being a human being. You never see her being sweet and warm to people, except when she's using it to butter somebody up to get something. There's a reason why everywhere she goes, shit starts. Everywhere she goes. How is it that nobody fucks with you, not even your family? How do you, or I was on the road getting it. I get it every goddamn week. Look at my schedule versus yours. See how much I'm going. And I still manage to have a relationship that I cherish with my children. Can you say the same? You can't.
They just look like they just talking shit by each other. That's it. They just talking shit by each other instead of talking to each other. That's all this look like. That's really all what I feel like it come down to. It just miscommunication somewhere, and one thing led to another. I think it's deeper than goddamn playing that game. If he wasn't even there, I mean, I know he said it is what it is, but did they even release the shit? I don't even think they released it. So it got to be something way deeper than this. For you to be beefing with a nigga for that long, it's got to be something way deep. Well, she did say something about his daughter, and then he said, yeah, I mean, that shit crazy. He nigga beefing. It's crazy.
It's all you do.
You scratch on my table, we going to your cage.
And who did you wrong? There's a reason
No.
you're by yourself. There's a reason you got to pay a man to love you.
Stop it.
It's sad. There's an old adage that says you can't buy love. It's a shame, Monique, that you probably always will have to.
What I need to do is hear from you. What do you think about all of this stuff going on?
Like I said, all I think this shit is miscommunication with us black people. That's all it is. If they communicate, this should be so much better. I know y'all will tell me if I'm missing anything, or you know, you niggas, like I said, you niggas know every goddamn thing. So I don't know. This feel like an unnecessary drama beef that don't even need to happen. They can make way more money together than they can separate it. So everybody love Monique, everybody love DL. I feel like they come together, everybody can make money. I know it ain't that easy, but you know what I'm saying? A sit down or a talk is always worth. So you ain't gotta fuck with each other, but as long as you got, this mutual respect for each other, then you can work together. But anyway, tell me what you think. Like the video, like, comment, subscribe, share. Peace.